Hello, welcome back to another Nuthouse Games devlog update. You're actually going to be seeing this pretty shortly after the last one, and that's more because I've been doing a lot of work behind the scenes. The last one was primarily just straight up character models. And after I had finished updating you, I even mentioned too that, hey, I've already started making work on some of the other character models, quite frankly. So I figured instead of me just kind of writing stuff up, because I think some folks were saying even, hey, can we just get updates on itself instead of a write-up? I'm like, you know what? Sure. That way you can kind of see it. So this is Jameson. I've kind of mentioned before, straight up just golden retriever ambo boy. I found the perfect model for him that, like, just originally, and you would see in the other video too, like, he was skinnier than shit. This one, he's actually muscular the way I was intending for him to be. And I'll even see if I can find where the hoodie at. Just gonna delete it. There. My man is fit, right? And that looks awkward. That is not the intent. It's because when I originally modeled it, his hand is going into the hoodie pocket. Boy, that's just great, right? I didn't realize it until just now as I'm recording this, that's where his hand is going. But if y'all kind of remember the way he used to look, it's pretty close. The only thing that's not on here on his body is a hat. And again, this is just more limitations from my experience. If you're seeing this and it's a year or two down the road, or how long this game takes for me to do, and he all of a sudden has hats, well, hey, congratulations to past me. I managed to actually figure out how to model a hat. So I'm trying to find an older image. Here we go. This is one of the older images of him. So it's somewhat close, except I forgot to give him blue eyes, and that's just an oversight. So that's some tweaking. I've managed to make it blue, without me realizing that it was going to be brown. So some art that's going to come out later after this video, or has already been out. I haven't had that change because I originally made it brown in the art that I had rendered for this. Easy fix though. Could manage to do it. But so this is Jameson. One of the things I think I'm going to attempt to do too is with this sweatshirt. You can, wherever it's at here in the this panel over here. Shadow plane. It's under probably just fucking hoodie. Surfaces. I can change this to have like the Bite Bros logo on it, which I may or may not do. I haven't fully decided yet if I really want to bother with that. I mean, it's a character, so I might just fix it, but it's a pretty easy fix, right? So at least know how to do that much. If you zoom out, you'll see like this is the full character model. He's the tallest of everyone, and so he's the tallest of everyone, basically, in this. And you can see that because I can pull up this document that I made in Photoshop that kind of shows every character's height. But I won't show you that until I actually show you the last character that I'm going to talk about. And that's going to be Barry, which I did finally change his name to Barry from, I think it was Bruce. And the only reason I did that is because I'm a big Lions fan and Barry Sanders. I think that should be pretty clear to y'all if you're a Lions fan or not. Barry Sanders, in case you didn't know, is one of the biggest Lions players to ever play, and one of the greatest Lions players to ever play for the Detroit Lions. So Now Barry is very short. Very short. And I found a suit and tie outfit. And then I basically tweaked the hell out of his surface texture. Gave him some facial hair, basically just stubble, and added some like kind of aging lines around his face right there. The actual map of this is fucking weird to look at. Like really, really, really weird to look at. When I first came across it, I was like, what is this nonsense that I'm looking at? We'll talk about this here in a second. Yeah, so you can see this is how weird this file looks. Just random stubble. And I did the stubble in Procreate. There's a great stubble hair tool in Procreate that lets you kind of just create stubble hair. And you can see back in this model too, it doesn't quite fully match up the back of the head. Like it's kind of just one side is it's a stubble, other side not so much. But not typically you're gonna see the back of his head. And this actually patches my baldness. Like I have definitely receding hairline, and I have this spot just gone. This is actually my baldness. But I try to make him as look as old as I can without actually having like model skin. Again, this is just a limitation of my skills. So I just kind of left it basically as is. And so that's it. Those are the characters I'm going to show you today. I'll show you this other thing that I was kind of alluding to. And this is some little bonus art that if you're part of the Patreon, if you haven't, please go join. Like even just at the free members again, it's just because it's a little holiday surprise. It is a little Christmas card, just from basically just Nuthouse Games more than anything else. But I will kind of show you how I created this between Daz Studio, Blender, and Photoshop. So here's what the Christmas card looks like from the beginning, from the start. I basically imported Jameson and Vanessa into the same scene and just made them look like they had a good time at the Christmas party, right? That says drawn to me. That also says drawn to me. Also, this angle just looks fucking hilarious too. Oh god, I'm zooming that close. But yeah, they're just having a grand old time at the Christmas party. I didn't bother putting Barry into the scene because, like, come on, no one wants to actually if I can have a Christmas party with their boss. So yeah, it was just the two of them out at the bar. This is the Christmas party because they're a tight-knit team, whatever. But the next step was to basically come in here to Blender because I still haven't figured out how to. I tried importing characters from Daz into Blender. It did not look right. It looked fucking awful because Daz Studio uses this toon shader that doesn't translate over to Blender, even though I have this. It's called Goose Studio version of Blender, which is it's used by a lot of YouTubers, at least for modeling. So instead, just kind of what I've been doing for a lot of props, just basically coming in here, taking a still of whatever it is I'm working on, and then fitting whatever prop it is I pull out of Blender kit and like kind of mashing it into the scene, at least also kind of matching up the light. So you can see that I have, well, this light doesn't really quite match up. I must have not saved it. But I matched the light up. Actually, this kind of looks kind of right. I just matched up the light or whatever I had inside of Daz Studio. to whatever it is I have instead of Blender. And that was also, again, as you saw in the last video, using the shaders that I've been using and matching them up to everything in this scene. Then I'd bring it over here to Photoshop. And that's the final one, but I also just had to like cut out pieces, mask out everything. And that's kind of the full extent of how this Christmas card was made. So that's pretty much all I kind of wanted to cover. This is like, again, kind of a short one, but it's still content nonetheless. I'm hoping next time I will have the first Diag game done, and that will kind of progress the game a little bit further. But my goal is, and I think I've said this elsewhere, I don't remember where, but my goal is to have a playable beta by the end of Q1. I don't know how reasonable it is. Again, I hate making promises, but I think I can possibly manage that in regards to just, and when I say beta, I mean like you're gonna essentially get like a good chunk of the first quarter of the story. Like it essentially would be like the demo. Because I recently decided too that the story is going to be presented in 3 different acts and chapters. I haven't figured out how those are chopped up yet. Because I've mentioned before, like the game takes place over like 2 weeks. And then from there, like you go through day 1, day 2, 3, 4, so on and so forth. The first beta, I think, should get you, the first demo, which is also the first beta, should get you through the first 3 days. If I've timed it out enough where it's like at least significant enough that like, oh, hey, this is how much you're getting. And the first beta. That's all for me to kind of figure out. Again, I'm also just fucking rambling too. Just like, this is just the stream of constant, just bullshit at the top of my head to make sure that like you see some sort of progress. So end of March, we might see something. So no guarantees though. Again, if you had a chance, please make sure to go to Patreon. We have at least 6 wonderful members over there right now at the Patreon, and 2 paid. Thank you to Diz and Pixie. We appreciate you all. You can, even start as just $1. $1 basically gets you into at least just helping out. $5 gets you, a little bit more. You get devlogs. These ones that we're talking about now, posted on YouTube, even though I stream it here. It's just the best way for me to kind of do stuff. But like this gets you like its own little video. You can then gets also listen to the credits. Digital copy also gets to you, which is gonna be a 50% discount from what's gonna be posted onto I lost my train of thought. When it gets put to Steam. And the medium size nut gets you, not only builds the game, you also get to name an NPC in the game. And then La Nuez Grande, that's your NPC usually should get art in the game. And then you get to write some dialogues for text to respond to. It's gets you a little bit more, but we have 2 different. This is the most highlighted and the most popular one. It's $5. So if you want to, would appreciate it. If not, like I even still update everyone over in the free tier. So as always, be excellent to each other. I'll see you in the next vlog, and go say hi to your grandparents. Okay.